Obsession is a psychological state where a thought, idea, or desire persistently dominates a person's mind, often to the point of interfering with daily life. Unlike regular interests or passions, obsessions are intrusive and difficult to control, making them feel overwhelming. People experiencing obsession may find themselves repeatedly thinking about a specific person, object, or activity, even when they try to focus elsewhere. This mental loop can cause distress and anxiety as the mind struggles to break free from the repetitive cycle. Understanding obsession is the first step to recognizing its impact on our thoughts and behaviors, setting the stage for deeper exploration into its causes and effects. To truly understand obsession, we need to look at its origins. Obsessions often stem from a mix of biological, psychological, and environmental factors. For some, genetics may play a role, making them more susceptible to obsessive thinking. Others might develop obsessions as a coping mechanism for stress, trauma, or anxiety. Environmental influences, such as upbringing or cultural expectations, can also shape how obsessions form and persist. By examining these roots, we can see that obsession is rarely caused by a single factor. Instead, it's the result of a complex interplay between our minds, bodies, and surroundings, which makes each person's experience unique. Obsessive thoughts are persistent, unwanted ideas or images that repeatedly enter a person's mind. These thoughts can be distressing, often focusing on fears, doubts, or desires that seem impossible to ignore. For example, someone might constantly worry about their health, relationships, or performance at work, even when there's no real reason for concern. The more a person tries to suppress these thoughts, the stronger they can become, creating a frustrating cycle. Understanding the nature of obsessive thoughts helps us see why they're so hard to shake and why they can have such a powerful hold over our daily lives. Obsession doesn't just affect our thoughts, it also takes a toll on our emotions. People caught in obsessive cycles often experience intense feelings of anxiety, guilt, or shame. These emotions can be overwhelming, making it even harder to break free from obsessive thinking. The emotional distress caused by obsession can spill over into other areas of life, affecting relationships, work, and overall well-being. Recognizing the emotional impact of obsession is crucial, as it highlights the need for compassion and understanding, both for ourselves and for others who may be struggling. It's important to distinguish between obsession and passion. While both involve intense focus, passion is generally positive and energizing, driving us to achieve goals and find fulfillment. Obsession, on the other hand, tends to be negative and draining, often leading to distress and dysfunction. Passion is flexible and allows for balance, whereas obsession is rigid and all-consuming. Understanding this difference can help us recognize when our interests are becoming unhealthy and when it might be time to seek help or make changes. Certain situations or experiences can trigger obsessive thinking. Stressful life events, such as a breakup, job loss, or health scare, often act as catalysts. Even everyday stressors, like deadlines or social pressures, can set off obsessive cycles in vulnerable individuals. Sometimes, triggers are subtle, like a passing comment or a fleeting worry that spiral into persistent thoughts. By identifying common triggers, we can become more aware of what sets off our obsessions and take steps to manage them before they take over. Obsessions often lead to specific behaviors aimed at reducing anxiety or gaining control. These can include repetitive actions, such as checking, counting, or seeking reassurance. For example, someone obsessed with cleanliness might wash their hands excessively, while another person might repeatedly check if the door is locked. These behaviors provide temporary relief, but usually reinforce the obsessive cycle in the long run. Recognizing these patterns is an important step toward breaking free from obsession's grip. Obsessive-compulsive disorder, or OCD, is a mental health condition where obsessions and compulsions become severe enough to interfere with daily life. People with OCD experience intrusive thoughts and feel compelled to perform rituals or routines to ease their anxiety. These compulsions can be time-consuming and distressing, making it difficult to function normally. While not all obsessions lead to OCD, Understanding this disorder helps us see how obsession can escalate and why professional support is sometimes necessary. Neuroscience has shown that obsession is linked to specific brain circuits, particularly those involved in decision-making, reward, and emotional regulation. When these circuits become overactive or imbalanced, obsessive thoughts and behaviors can emerge. Brain imaging studies reveal that people with obsessive tendencies often have heightened activity in areas like the orbitofrontal cortex and basal ganglia. This biological perspective helps explain why obsession can feel so powerful and difficult to control, even when we know it's irrational. Cognitive distortions are biased ways of thinking that fuel obsession. These include catastrophizing, black and white thinking, and overgeneralization. For example, someone might believe that a single mistake means total failure, or that a minor worry signals a major problem. These distorted thoughts make obsessions feel more urgent and real, trapping us in a cycle of anxiety and rumination. Learning to recognize and challenge cognitive distortions is a key part of overcoming obsessive thinking. In today's digital world, social media can amplify obsessive tendencies. The constant stream of updates, likes, and notifications can make it hard to stop thinking about how we're perceived online. For some, this leads to compulsive checking, comparing, or seeking validation. Social media platforms are designed to capture our attention, making it easy for obsessions to take root and grow. Being mindful of our online habits can help us maintain a healthier relationship with technology and our own thoughts. Obsession can have a profound impact on relationships. When someone becomes fixated on another person, it can lead to jealousy, possessiveness, or constant need for reassurance. These behaviors often strain relationships, creating tension and mistrust. It's important to recognize when caring for someone crosses the line into obsession, as this can harm both parties. Healthy relationships are built on trust and balance, not control or fixation. Obsession is a common theme in movies, books, and music. Stories about characters consumed by love, revenge, or ambition capture our imagination and reflect real psychological struggles. While these portrayals can be dramatic or exaggerated, they highlight the intensity and complexity of obsession. By examining how obsession is depicted in popular culture, we gain insight into its power and the ways it shapes human behavior. While obsession is often seen as negative, it can sometimes drive creativity, innovation, or achievement. Many artists, scientists, and entrepreneurs have channeled obsessive energy into their work, leading to breakthroughs and success. The key is to harness this intensity in a healthy way, maintaining balance and self-care. When managed well, obsessive focus can be a powerful force for personal growth and accomplishment. Obsession crosses the line into harm when it disrupts daily life, damages relationships, or leads to risky behaviors. Warning signs include neglecting responsibilities, isolating from others, or feeling unable to control thoughts and actions. Recognizing these red flags is crucial for seeking help and preventing further harm. It's important to remember that obsession is treatable, and support is available for those who need it. Managing obsession involves a range of coping strategies. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques can help calm the mind and reduce anxiety. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is especially effective, teaching people to challenge obsessive thoughts and develop healthier patterns. Setting boundaries, practicing self-care, and seeking social support are also important steps. With patience and persistence, it's possible to regain control and find relief from obsessive cycles. Sometimes, obsession becomes too overwhelming to manage alone. In these cases, seeking professional help is a wise choice. Therapists and counselors can provide guidance, support, and evidence-based treatments like CBT or medication. Early intervention can prevent obsessions from escalating and improve quality of life. Remember, reaching out for help is a sign of strength, not weakness, and can be the first step toward lasting change. If someone you care about is struggling with obsession, your support can make a big difference. Listen without judgment, offer encouragement, and help them find professional resources if needed. Avoid minimizing their experience or offering quick fixes. Compassion and patience are key. By being present and understanding, you can help your loved one feel less alone and more empowered to seek help. Breaking free from obsession is a gradual process that requires self-awareness and commitment. Start by identifying triggers and patterns, then practice healthier responses. Small steps, like taking breaks, redirecting attention, or challenging negative thoughts, can make a big difference over time. Celebrate progress, no matter how small. And remember that setbacks are part of the journey. With persistence, it's possible to break the cycle and reclaim your mental space. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from challenges, including obsessive thoughts. Building resilience involves developing coping skills, maintaining supportive relationships, and nurturing a positive mindset. Activities like exercise, creative hobbies, and mindfulness can strengthen resilience and reduce the impact of obsession. Over time, these habits help us face difficulties with greater confidence and flexibility, making it easier to manage obsessive tendencies. Understanding the psychology of obsession empowers us to take control of our thoughts and behaviors. By recognizing the signs, seeking support, and practicing healthy coping strategies, we can move beyond obsession and lead more balanced, fulfilling lives. Remember, everyone experiences obsessive thoughts from time to time. It's how we respond that makes the difference. With knowledge and compassion, we can break free from the grip of obsession and embrace a healthier mindset.